I would like to show you an interesting game which has been played recently, not by me, by Negator. And this game is really interesting with the Lantids variations and how did they play that game. I recently made a video about the Lantids openings and I didn't think about that one. It has a complete unique opening and seems like for that specific game it worked pretty well and it allowed to score lots of points. Actually all of the players scored here more than 200 points, so it was quite high skilled, but for Lantids it looks like it was one of the only way how to score points the way they did it. Let's start and let's see the setup. So we have Ambas, Lantids and Glints in this game. For the booster tiles, we had points from the Gaia planets, we had mines, big buildings and trading stations. We don't have a navigation tile, which might be useful for glints when you're playing with the Gaia formers. And we have 2 energy tokens, one ore, which might be useful for like when you're playing Gaia forming, maybe with other races. It's definitely not possible for Lantids to play with the Gaia formers, but for Ambas there is such a possibility. So we need to take that into account. Regarding final missions, we have Gaia planets, we have structures and federations, and also I usually like to take a look into final scoring rounds, because in the final rounds you usually have more resources than in the early rounds and you can score more points. So 3 points per Gaia planet, it would be useful for anyone going up on the Gaia forming track, probably Glints. 2 VP per research area and terraforming. Terraforming useful for Ambas probably. This is useful for everyone, but it also gives you additional incentive to go up on the knowledge track. So also let's not forget that Lantids are placed far away from brown and yellow, so it's easy like to terraform yellow, red, and you don't have any competition for those planet types. And brown and yellow, they have such competition. So let's also take a look into research tracks and technologies. This is really good for anyone who can go here and who can get both of them. So getting level 5 of the terraforming track with the advanced tech for 3 per federation is really good one. This is also a good one for everyone, probably for Ambas, but anyone who can take it for more than 5 points is a good one. This doesn't allow you to score lots of points when you're going up on the Gaia forming track. You don't really want to take that tag, so probably can be skipped. This is also can be skipped. It doesn't. Usually you will go up on the QIC track in the end of the game, so it's not interesting. In the economy we have QIC and 5 coins, might be interesting. You might want to go up on the economy track to be able to compete for the structures and federations. However, in that specific game, I think that Lantids should be definitely getting this final mission and taking it as a first place. So, and if you are not Lantids, going up on the economy track might not give you enough structures to compete with Lantids. And we have 3 VP per laboratory. I think in that specific game it is not really useful because we don't have a booster tile to score points from laboratories. We usually want to build like big buildings and score points from that. And also when you're going up on the knowledge track and you are not best codes or Nevlas, you usually struggle with the income. So that can be probably skipped completely. So gleans can go up on the Gaia track. Actually looking into, and we will discuss it up on the board a little bit more, maybe some other fractions can also go up on the Gaia. For Ambas, I would try to compete for those two tracks and to take those tags and score points from them. And for Lantids, it's really unclear how to score points in that game. We can open in a standard way, probably with, so let's see, with the 2 income tax and going up on the economy track and building 4 federations. That's possible. And probably we could try to steal 5 VP from the navigation track federation, but unclear. So I think that Ambas definitely has advantage here, just without looking into the board. Just by looking into the tags, feels that Ambas has advantage. Now let's take a look into the board. Gleans. This spot is a really bad one. You don't have any neighbors. You have 1 Gaia planet and you cannot progress from it without navigation 3. This spot is more or less okayish. However, we have a problem that so this spot is good if we are going on the Gaia forming track. However, the problem is the Gleans is the 3rd player. So if Ambas will go up on the navigation track during his first action and then will take this green planet, we are completely cut off from the Gaia planets and from the unstable planets, and it's unclear what should we do. But this spot, it will give to us neighbors, so that's fine. This spot is more or less okayish, as we can go, we can reach the unstable planet with the navigation and then expand up. This spot, I would say it is also more or less okay. Like this spot is definitely better because you don't need to terraform this green planet, but here you would need to terraform this orange planet, but probably you will get a neighbor. So those 2 spots are more or less okay, but this one is a little bit better. And regarding that spot, it seems like useless. We will not have any neighbors here. So looks like we have those 2 spots, or like those 3 spots should be our main priority. And in theory, we might be able to make terraforming, two steps terraforming action, so we could get this yellow planet later. For Ambas, this board is really nice. So here we can definitely take this Gaia planet. From this Gaia planet we can take a black one. Then for the 2 terraforming step, white one, and then we are in reach of 3 planets which can be terraformed just with the 1 step, so really good. This spot is also a nice one. Yeah, we have black planet around. This green planet, Gaia planet, we will not get it yet until we will spend 2 QAC at the first action and jump here immediately, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. Anyway, this is a nice spot because it gives to you black planet. You can then jump with the navigation 2 and QIC to your another brown planet and then 1 more Gaia planet. And this spot is also pretty nice. We have Gaia planet, we have white planet and 1 more brown planet and then yellow one. So like we would like to get all that planets. So saying that, I think that Ambas has definitely advantage compared to the other races, other fractions, and we need to bid of them. We need to bid quite a lot. I think probably comparing to Gleans, I think if we will be able to take everything, which we might not get, I think for Gleans it should be probably 30 points, maybe even more, and for Lantids probably 25, 20. How much did we pay? We've paid 16 points comparing to Lantids, and we paid 27 comparing to Gleans. So let's think where we are placing the first mine. Yeah, I think right now let's just start to take a look how the players made the actions, and I will make my comments with my ideas, like was it a good one, like could we do something else, and how did it went. So Ambas is placing his first mine. He placed it there. Now Lantids placed his mine in the bottom left sector. Gleans decided to get cheap upgrades, which makes sense to me. And he placed another mine here, which definitely makes sense to me, because without that mine, if you will get cut from that Gaia planet as a Glean, you don't have any options in other places how you would reach that area soon enough. To reach that area, and if you are going up on the Gaia format track, that's really important to you. So you would have to build either right academy, either you would need to go up on the navigation track and get NAV 3, which is quite expensive and takes some time. So now we have Lantids. Lantids placed his mine here. I'm not sure why. I think that place is a little bit better, because if I would play as Ambas player, I would prefer to place my mine here and not here. So I think that's a minor mistake from the Lantids player, but whatever. And we are getting a cheap trading station in the bottom left sector. Now let's see what booster tiles the player have picked. Gleans just took the best tile comparing in terms of the income. Yeah, in the first round, 2 coins, 1 QIC. Now Lantids. For Lantids, so in the first rounds, when you are picking your first booster tile, you don't really want to take booster which gives to you victory points, because you will not get much from it. So it's better to take booster tiles with points in the end of the game. So for Lantids, the only tile without booster, without victory points is that one, and Lantids is picking it. And Ambas, for Ambas, that's the best tile. I mean, it gives to you charges, yes, so Ambas took it. Now let's see what's happening. Ambas decided to build a trading station instead of going up on the navigation. And Lantids is getting charges. Glean is going up on the navigation track. That really makes sense. You definitely want to take this green planet. So let's see what would be the tag which Ambas picked. It is the charge 4, and it gives to us 2 additional ore. It looks like Ambas, because Ambas picked that booster tile, it seems that Ambas really want to build an academy in that round. So Lantids is protecting his green planet from Ambas, just in case. Like he already got charges. Yeah, and we have the final mission for the green planets. You would like to get at least 1, and probably you are not getting much more. So Glins is playing safe, took his green planet, which definitely makes sense. Ambas bought 2 ore to build an academy. So now let's take a look what Lantids is doing. If you've checked my guide about Lantids openings, usual start is just to go up on the economy track, build academy in the second round, go economy 4 in the second round, and be more or less happy with that. But here Lantids peaked charge 4 and went up on the terraforming track. So right now everyone charged. Now let's take a look what Lantids is picking. Lantids took 4 coins and went up on the science track. I think it makes sense. As a Lantids, you usually struggle with that when you're going up on the Gaia track. So Ambas was able to terraform Black Planet, and looks like Ambas can build an academy still can build an academy. So Lantids is going up on the navigation. So let's take a look what Glin did. Glin's picked a booster tile. Yeah, unfortunately for Glins there are no tiles to get additional knowledge. So Glins just took ore. Yeah, I think it makes sense. We have income of coins, so we are not really short on coins. So Ambas is going up on the economy track. And Lantids is starting to plant his mines already on other player structures. So it seems that this opening is pretty similar to the PI, but instead of Planetary Institute, we are building laboratory for Lantids. So Ambas took an income tech to get 4 knowledge to be able to go up on some other track in the next round. And as a Lantids, when you're opening with the PI or when you are doing that thing, you are really short on coins. So Lantids has to buy coins. And also this allows Lantids to build 3 more mines because we have 3 ore. And Lantids is just building it. So Ambas took the tile with the resources, which makes sense to me. Ambas is getting charges. So Lantids, what Lantids did, as you can see, we built lots of mines. We built 6 mines in the first round. This is quite impressive. And we didn't open with the PI. So this is a unique opening, and now it's time for Lantids to get a booster tile. So if I would be Lantids, what tile would I pick here? There are 2 options actually. One, it is to get like 4 coins, and another one is to get a booster tile with charges. The problem is, so ideally we would like to get this tile with big buildings, and we would like to build an academy in the next round. The problem is we are really short on coins. We have just 2 coins, and it seems that Ambas is also short on coins. So even if we are getting like charge 4, Ambas will probably will buy coins from the board, and we wouldn't know like what to do. So in other scenario I might pick that booster tile, but in this game looks like 4 coins is more essential for us. And I like that Lantids picked them. So now we are going to the second round. Let's see what was happening now. So second round, let's see what's happening. We are building an academy. I left one, I guess, for Gleans. Let's see what are we going to pick. We are going up on the Gaia track, and we took 3 VP per Gaia planet. I mean, that's a solid strategy to get points. It's simple, and you will get points from it, so I mean, it makes sense to me. Ideally, we would like to get some charges. Actually, yeah, we were not able to take additional energy tokens. So unfortunately, we will have to put all of our tokens from BAL to the Gaia. Did we have any other options for this round? I don't think so. We are pretty stuck, and without a Gaia former, we cannot progress. So we could build a laboratory, research laboratory, but there is no point of doing that. Academy is better in terms of resources. So to build a new laboratory, you would need to spend 9 coins, 5 ore, and you're decreasing 1 ore from your income. But for the academy, you're spending a little bit less coin, you're spending a little bit more ore, but immediately in the next round, this ore will be returned from the mine, which you wouldn't have if you would build a laboratory. So I think that makes sense. So what Ambas is doing? Yeah, Ambas is going up on the navigation track. Makes sense to me, and Ambas is waiting with his tokens in the BAL 3. Probably he will get some charges. And Lantids is just building an academy. So this is the second round. We still can take an income tech, and let's see what are we going to pick here. We picked additional knowledge and coins. So now it is Glyn's turn, and we are just building, we are just placing a Gaia former to get access to another Gaia planet in the next round. Totally makes sense. So what Ambas is doing? Ambas jumped on the brown planet. That makes sense to me. So yeah, Glyn's took additional energy tokens. This is a good idea. Let me try to remember what Glyn's did in the first round. In the first round, Glyn's has picked 2 coins, 1 QIC. Maybe it was better to take this booster tile as the first one in the first round, like before the first round. That would allow us to have right now 2 energy tokens in BAL 2, a little bit better, but I'm not exactly sure. And yeah, we would have like 2 less coins, but we don't need them. So as you can see right now, we have 5. We would, if we would pick another booster tile before the first round, it would be 3. So totally fine. I think that was a mistake. If Glyn's wanted to go up on the Gaia track, it was better to pick this booster tile before the first round. Let's see what else is happening. Ambas is jumping everywhere. So Lantids picked mines, that makes sense. Lantids already have lots of mines, and he will probably build even more. Probably, I'm not sure. But even 6 mines, 6 or 5 mines is 5 or 6 victory points. Pretty good one. So Ambas bought coins, and Ambas build another mine. Ambas is going to charge, and now it's time to think what next do you want to do. As Ambas player, do you want to build a trading station now or not? Let's think about it. In the next round we have 3 victory points per green planet. So building a trading station will decrease our ore income, but will give to us additional coins. Yeah, I'm not sure, like both options seems to be valid. So Ambas took big buildings, and now it's round 3. Glyn's already started to score points, and this is the round with the Gaia planets, so Glyn will score like lots of points in this round. Yeah, now it was an important one. Lantids had to discard 1 token because he had 3 in the bowl 3 and 2 in the bowl 2. So it is really important, and you must do the same in the similar situations. You have 0 coins, yeah, and probably Ambas is going to buy coins because he also has a little bit imbalanced amount of coins comparing to ore. So we are buying coins, that's a no-brainer. Ambas decided to continue his expansion. So he's building a mine with the 2 terraforming steps from the board, and we'll get access to another brown planet. Yellow is just scoring points, so he scored like 9 plus 9, 18 points in this round. That's quite impressive. So Lantids is charging, brown is building a mine. Let's see what yellow is doing. Yellow placed a Gaia former here. Let's think about it. Why would you place it here? It doesn't... Actually, I guess just to get probably more cheap trading station if there will be such a need. Yellow has access to all of the unstable planets, so that's not really important. Lantids went up on the navigation. I missed that part, probably it was in the previous round. And that allows Lantids to build more mines, which will give to him points when he will pass in that round. Yellow is going up on the science track. Yeah, that's also a good one. If you went up on the science track, you usually want to go up on the income tracks as soon as possible to be able to accumulate resources till the end of the game. There is no point to go up on the income tracks in the last rounds until you can get like some good tech on top of it, or for some other reason, maybe to get top of the track. But usually if you are going up on the income tracks, you need to do that as early as possible and as high as possible. Obviously without sacrificing your expansion, or just not a blind one. So you need to think about it, how high would you want to go without applying damage to your other plans. So Lantids can now build another mine, yeah. Now let's see what Ambas is doing. Trading station, okay. So yellow is finished with that round. Yellow took 2 coins, 1 ore. Yeah, I think obviously 4 coins and points from Gaia planets would give to yellow more points, but he has quite enough of coins and not enough ore, so this decision seems valid. So Lantids prepare the federation. Why do you need the federation? Probably to solve your problems with the coins. That makes sense. Brown is charging and Brown is building a laboratory, yeah? Now let's think, what would you want to pick as an ambass in this specific scenario? We don't have much coins, but we don't want to go up on the science track. We already took those 2 tiles. I mean, the reason, and we probably want to go up on the terraforming track, yeah. I mean, if you would want to protect it. And we can either get 7 points or 1 knowledge per planet type. However, we have 4 planet types. I don't think it's a bad idea to take it and go up on the knowledge, on the terraforming track. So we will go up 1 step and then plus 2 more, so we will be sitting on the terraforming 4, which seems to be quite good. But instead Ambass took 1 or 1 QIC. I think the reasoning was to score 4 points from the Gaia planet. But as you will see later, that will have big consequences. Later this game. So Lantids made a coins federation. Ambass scored 4 points as planned. Lantids took ore from the board, and Ambass is going up on the terraforming track. So what's happening next? We built a trading station, we've built a mine. Ambass took coins, as he doesn't have much coins right now. And Lantids built all of his mines and a couple of trading stations. Now Lantids is also going up on the terraforming track. Lantids got 8 points, and Lantids took a big building style to score more points. Ideally we would like to build a big building, but that's not really necessary. We will see. So yellow is scoring points from Gaia. Ambass is solving his coins problems. Lantids is going up on the terraforming track. And now there is a catch. Yeah, so yellow can play, and yellow doesn't have any competition on the Gaia track. But there is a problem. Lantids is contesting terraforming track from the Ambass. So Lantids built Lantids is building what? Yeah, looks like Lantids have built a laboratory to get some tech which can be later covered with the advanced tech. So, and you want to go up on the terraforming track, so you have only 2 options, either 7 points, either 1 knowledge from planet type. Lantids decided to pick 7 points. Okay, I mean, That makes sense if you're not going to build many structures which gives to you technologies. That makes sense. Maybe that will be the last one, or that one, I don't know, probably we'll see. So Glins is building a laboratory. So that's already pretty late in the game. So as a Glin, you don't want to take income tax anymore. But what would you want to pick? I think so. Glins has at the moment just 2 planet types, but he has income of 6 knowledge. Honestly, I think that the best Glins can do, in theory, we can go up on the Gaia track. The question is, will we be able to utilize all of our Gaia formers? We have exactly 6 unstable planets around. Yeah, I would pick that one, and I would go up on the Gaia track. As an alternative, we can also take 7 points, but I think that one is a little bit better. Let's see what Glins actually picked. Yeah, 7 points. That also makes sense. I mean, we are still going up on the Gaia track. So now Ambas. Ambas still doesn't have federations. And as you can see here, Lantids prepared a federation, second one. So Glins is going up on the Gaia forming track. That makes sense. So Lantids is building 1 more federations for coins. Glins went up on the Gaia track. Ambas is building trading station. Lantids took additional tokens. And Glin is starting to plant his Gaia formers. So there is finally a planetary institute from Ambas, but it's a little bit too late. So now Ambas can build a federation and can swap his PI, but Lantids is getting the advanced stack on top of the terraforming track. Glins is planting Gaia formers. By the way, it also important point, as you can see, Ambas took the last coins federation. So I would be pretty upset if I would be playing Glins that all coins federations has been stolen. So in the next round as Glins, I would like to take those 3 Gaia formers. I think, yeah, in theory, unfortunately Glins couldn't form a federation here because it would leave us with -1 energy token, so we wouldn't be able to plant 1 more Gaia former. So Lantids is pretty happy. He will score 9 points in this round, 9 points in next round, and maybe 12 points. Oh, no. Probably Lantids will be able to build a federation in the next round. Yeah, so 9 points this round, 12 points next one, and maybe 15 in the last one. I don't know. So what's happening? Glins is starting to take victory points, boost a tile for mines. Makes sense to me. Ambas is charging. Lantids took a QIC. That also makes sense. We are in the end game already, so we would like to have QICs to be able to score points from the QIC actions from the board. And Ambas is just building more structures. Swap PI. Build one more federation and took a QIC. That's also pretty important one. So Ambas in the next round at least will be able to contest QIC. So that definitely makes sense, and I think that's a good idea comparing to taking 2 ore, as right now you have like really good income for the ore, but QIC will allow you to score points. Yeah, even starting from this round, yeah, that's even better. So what would be our booster tile? I think big buildings, that's a no-brainer. I mean, we will score 8 points and we might not give that booster tile to the other players. It's time for the round 5. So let's think what is important in this round. We are scoring points per research tracks. So as an Ambas, I would like to protect this tile in the navigation for sure. So Glins is planting mines. Ambas is building Right Academy. That makes sense. That will allow Ambas to score additional points from the booster tile and also to get additional QIC in this round. And Ambas went up on the QIC track. So as the Lantids, I would also like to do similar actions to start getting some QICs and not to allow Ambas to take everything. So Lantids have 2 now. Yeah, we are still building mines at the Glins. Right now, if you are playing Lantids and you are not taking another QIC, it's starting to be dangerous, yeah? Because if you are doing some random action which doesn't give to your QIC, let's say Ambas is taking 2 QIC actions, 2 QIC action, then you go up on the, for example, QIC track as the Lantids. Ambas is also going up, and you will have 2 QIC and Ambas will have 2. However, Ambas will be able to convert 4 tokens from his Bowl 3 and will be able to steal 3 QIC actions. So right now it's time to get QIC for sure. So Ambas took 2 QIC actions. We've planted a Gaia former. And now Lantids can get 3 QIC actions. What Ambas is doing, just getting more QIC just in case. And Ambas will definitely need them in the next round. Right now, if so, let's see what yellow is doing. Yellow built a federation, a green one, and yeah, as we discussed, coins federations has been vanished already. The question is, why would you take this federation and not 2 ore instead? Probably the reasoning is just to get like 1 additional point, and I mean, that's still a little bit strange. However, if we are not going to build 3 federations, and looks like in that round, I mean, it looks quite tricky to do. That might be an option. So Lantids took 3 QIC action. If Lantids wouldn't do that, Ambas would definitely take it. So now we converted 1 ore to energy token and went up on the science track. Okay. So for Lantids, the important part right now would be to build 1 more federation. Yeah, I'm thinking now, maybe... Okay, we will talk about this a little bit later. So we are building last mine. So what Lantids is picking right now? We would need to have more QIC in the next round to be able to compete with the Ambas. So we need to go up on one of those tracks, and if we will take 1 or 1 QIC, we will still get same 2 QIC tokens, and we will be able to contest Ambas for this tactile. We are planting Gaia formers. Looks like we have enough resources to build a federation in that round by Lantids right now. Glintz is taking victory points boosters. Totally makes sense. He will have 10 Gaia planets in the next round. Lantids is just preparing his next federation. And what we are taking, it seems looking by the setup, it seems that we are taking that we would like to build a federation with the big buildings. Yep, we took a big buildings. So Ambas picked advanced tech. I think that may make total sense to me. Ambas has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 planet types, so that gives to him at least 12 points, and there are not too much abilities for Ambas options to get victory points, so that makes sense. We are building federation, and do we need a green one? That's the question. And we have all of them red. Yeah, if we would like to contest Ambas on this advanced tech, we definitely need a green one. And what would we pick? I don't know. We need to count. I don't want to count, so let's just see what we are taking. Yeah, we took 2 ore. Probably we need this. So as you can see, for Glintz it was like really simple game, just going up on the knowledge, then Gaia Former, and just plant Gaia Formers as crazy. We've jumped, so we've built 1 more mine. And 1 more mine. So looks like Lantids is going to build one more federation in the next round. Bus is going up on the terraforming track, probably to build something. Lantids took victory points from mines for the next round. Yeah, Bus is building one more mine. What next is happening? And converted power to the QIC, which makes sense. Ambas scored quite nice. Ambas also took and trading station booster tile. So now it's the last round. So final round. It is a really simple one for Glins as usual. Lantids is getting QIC tokens. So right now Lantids, yeah, Glins is building mines. And Glins is scoring lots of points. Unfortunately, yeah, it looks like Glins will not be able to build 4 federations as far as I can see. He has at the moment, he has seven powers, no, seven powers. Not sure if Glins can build 2 more federations, probably just one. He doesn't have enough structures to build 2 federations. So now Lantids can take a 3 QIC action. Lantids copied Coins Federation. Trading station from Ambas. Yeah, Glins is going up on the knowledge track, and we are getting... Ah, no, that's not this game. So we are getting 3 VP from Gaia Planet. So Lantids is starting to contest 5 VP from Federation for the Ambas. And Ambas is protecting it for obvious reasons. Ambas is going to score 15 points. Ambas didn't took top of the navigation. I guess Ambas counted that he cannot really stop Lantids from getting the first place for the structures and just went up to get more resources. So Lantids has built an laboratory. Okay, for planet types, and he simplified his life to build a federation. Ambas is scoring a few points. Glins discarded 3 tokens to buy coins, I think. No, to buy science. Okay, let's think about it. If you are playing Glins, what do you have at the moment? You have two Gaia formers or on the board, and as a Glin, we already took 7 victory points, so we don't need a laboratory, yeah? But do we need... can we build a trading station and 2 mines? I think yes, we can. For 2 mines and trading station, we need 6 plus 5. In total, we need 11 resources. and we have them. Yeah, so science is a good one. We will go up on the navigation, we will go up on the Gaia, and we will plant everything. We build a federation, totally makes sense. And yeah, we need a green federation because we want to get top of the Gaia. Okay, that's understandable. Lantids is building a big building. So we got a federation as a yellow player. Lantids is going up. Yeah, right now we just need to see what happens. Looks like Ambas will build one more federation. Lantids will build one more federation, and Glyn will just build one more mine. So we are in the end of the game. I guess Ambas just bought 7 coins just to convert his resources into points in a more effective way. He doesn't really need that, so he can swap his PI with the mine and then build a federation in the top right corner. And this just gave to him 1 additional point for the resources. So we've built a trading station as a Glyn. We've built a federation as a Lantids. Oh, interesting. So we even... I'm curious now. We still didn't swap our Planetary Institute. Can we still build one more federation? I think we can't, yeah, because we don't have big buildings. Yeah, unfortunately, no, we can't really do that. Okay. So we took 7 points. As a Glyn, we went up on the Gaia. Lantids did everything. And now we just need to look into final scoring points and discuss what could be done in a different way. So between Lantids and Glyns, looks like we were able to score 12 points from the 12 points federation, and that would give a first place to us. But probably the player didn't count properly, so as you can see we have 3 plus 3 and we have even 3 more knowledge, so we definitely have enough resources. So unfortunately Lantids didn't count it properly. For the yellow one it's pretty clear, no context, simple way to score points. I think that's solid strategy. And now let's talk about Ambas. I think Ambas in general scored pretty well, and this advanced tech for planet types gave points to Ambas. But I think that it was possible to do it better. I think that taking actually, did we took in? Yeah, I think we've taken it in the end, but still I think in the round, I don't know, probably round 3, taking this tech and going up on the terraforming and forming a federation and like taking either this advanced tech, either top of Terra, seems to be bad. It would drastically change the situation for the Lantids. Lantids wouldn't score so much. Probably, yeah, I'm not sure would it give to us a victory. Probably Ambas couldn't took both Top of Terra and Advanced Tech, so only one of those was possible. Maybe it wouldn't give to us victory comparing to Glins, but at least it would give to us second place, because Lantids would score less points in the end. Also, I don't think that going up on the economy track was a good idea in this specific game. We had pretty good opening. We were able to plant our mines quite effectively, and we had points in the terraforming and navigation. In theory, if we wouldn't waste our research steps on the economy but went up on the terraforming earlier, maybe it would give to us ability to take both of them, and that would make Lantids scoring really bad in the end. So Lantids would be definitely on the third place in that situation, and Abbas could compete for the first one. So yeah, that was an interesting game. I really enjoyed watching it. I really enjoyed looking how you can play Lantids without a planetary institute at all. So just planting lots of mines on other other player structures. This approach is pretty similar to PI opening. So you struggle with the coins and you have lots of ore, so you would like to buy coins from the table, and in that game it paid off. So if you see that there are no points on the economy track, maybe that's a valid opening. And if for some reason you cannot open with the PI, or you think that it's not the best way to do in that specific game. So thanks for watching. I will leave link in the description so you can rewatch this game by yourself with your own analysis if you want. And if you have any games which you would consider interesting, then please leave a comment with the link to this game. I might be interested in looking into this game and maybe recording a video about it. Thanks for watching, and see you later.